Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Nashorn. It's a German Tier 6 tank destroyer and it's located on the south spawn of Province under the command of Baron Sigel. Now, Nashorn is rhinoceros in German and that was the designation that was given to it, but in actual fact originally it was called the Hornet or Hornice until 1944. Now it carries an 88mm gun. Oh, he just shot his teammate in the back of the turret because he was blocking him. I'm not sure that's going to make him very popular, but oh well. Yep, unfortunately, a little bit of bargy going on. Anyway, yes, it was called the Hornet until 1944, but they changed the name to the Rhinoceros or Nashorn instead. We're looking for targets over the other side of the map. It carries an 88mm gun, quite a good flat gun. The top gun is the 88mm Pak 43 L71. It's a very big gun for a very small tank destroyer on the Hummel chassis. Panzer III-4 all just stuck around from the Stura Mill into the tracks. And that immobilised him, so he's going to have to get out of there. He must have been seen when he fired. Okay, so he's pulled back a little bit and used the building for cover. It's going to be difficult for him to get shots on that, but he might be able to get shots on T29 if he moves further down the road. Let's go to T25's in cover. He's behind the buildings. Oh, we've got an IS. I think he can hit that one. Yep, he can. Oh, good round, 251. Now, he's not carrying any APCR. Oh, fires into the T29, gets a good round into him. 234. It's a low rod because the alpha damage is 240. Penetration of 203mm. He's using the 88mm gun. Now, let's go to T25, became visible again. Fired through the gap just in case there was somebody there. I'm sure that Stura Mill's probably looking for him again. But he probably can't see him because he's around the side of the house. Okay. We know that there are 5 enemy tanks directly across the valley. Firing in shells at the most likely positions they're going to be in, but he hasn't got a whole lot of ammunition. He switched to HE instead. Okay, it's one of the tanks that's an IS, and he's firing now in on that one. Still firing HE, and gets 262 off that shot. Loaded, lining up for another one. Oh, he gets a kill shot that time. Now that's pretty good because the HE rounds have got an alpha damage of 295, which is slightly more than the AP rounds, but they've got much lower penetration. They'll only do penetration of 44mm opposed to the 203 that you get with the 88 to AP rounds. You can't see the 234-85, he's behind cover. I don't think we need to worry about the heavy tank number 6 or the 3002M unless we back up. If we back up, they'll see us. We've got Tiger 131 holding back the 3002 and the heavy tank number 6, so we're just firing in speculative rounds to try and take out the tank destroyers on the other side. Well, he's having a quick look now on that heavy tank. He seems to be in cover from the heavy tank, so he doesn't need to worry about that. Oh, that T29, he's finally been killed. Taken out by our Stura Mill. Unfortunately, our heavy tank number 6, the one above the cliffs, has just taken out our P43 Tur, so that's one of the gate guards that's gone. And they're indicating to the Tiger 131 to move up and stop the heavy tank moving along the moving south. He's continually pinging them. Might not have the desired effect though. There's that T150 and the T34. They're both low health. Unfortunately, we're closer to those enemies than the Tiger 131, so we're going to have to move back a bit. Let's hope they don't spot us as we reposition. This might be useful because we might be able to use or hit some of the enemy from a different position. Okay, there was an SU-100 in sight there just for a brief moment. And he's going up to this very forward position next to the IKV-65. Oh, poked his nose out, so he might actually be seen by the enemy. Yeah, he is a bit visible. The front of his vehicle, the point of reference, is visible to the enemy. He hasn't been seen yet. That's probably because the enemy's just out of range. He spotted the stir mill. There he is, and he got a clean shot on him. Yes! 247, good shot. And he has been seen, so he's going to have to pull back, otherwise he's going to get fired from across the valley. Okay, he's using the rock for cover. But he can still fire on the stir mill if he comes out again. The IKV's covering. That's the enemy Arty. It's a GW Panther and a Hummel, which of course uses the same chassis as this Nashorn. And the enemy's also got an M44. Okay, heavy tank number 6, lining him up for shots, and we were seen, and it's a kill shot, 17 hit points, but that's his second kill. Now we've got a nice little alcove we can hide in here, and that will protect us from Arty fire. Okay, we're unspotted now, so we can come out into the general melee, but there's that Stura Mill, and he's trying to come up. It looks like he's coming around the corner. Now, we can probably get a shot on him if we move up close, but obviously we might be spotted by the enemy when we do, from across the valley. So he's taking a bit of a risk here. Yeah, he's been spotted by the 3002D. 3002M rather, I should say. Now, if you can't move around the corner because that Stura Mill's there, what he can do is wait in this position. If one of them pops up, the IKV's going after the Stura Mill. Oh, and he's just been taken out by the Hummel. I don't think that 3002M is going to come out that corner. I think he'll go around the back if he can. That Stura Mill's going to stay there because he knows full well if he moves further up. Oh, and that's the M44. Yeah, he's gone around the other side. That's what I feared he would do. And he's firing through the gap. There's a gap between the vehicles there and he's using it. If we go further around the building to avoid fire from the 3002M rather, we are vulnerable to enemy Arty fire. And there's the Hummel again, splashing us. I'm not sure where that shell landed. Oh, something just hit us and bounced. And another shell from the M44. I think some of these shells are landing short. There you can see where one of the impact craters is. It's just next to the house. We've got the SU-100 across the valley. We might be able to take him out and then go after the Stura Mill. And there's 2 Arty rounds landed again, and we've lost some more hit points. We might need to make a move on that Stura Mill. Shows the power of Arty to pin somebody down and prevent them taking any move. Yeah, I'm sure that Stura Mill. Yeah, look at him. He's waiting. He's waiting with his gun depression. He's waiting for Marin Sigel to come out. And then he's going to put a round in. Oh, he's turning away. He's moving away. That's a fatal error. And Marin Sigel realised it. And he shoots him and takes him out of the game. And now he's been hit by the M44 for a square shot. Unfortunately, don't know whereabouts it landed, but it certainly did do a lot of damage. I can't see any impact point. And Marion Sigel's going to go around and try and attack that 3002M from behind. The 3002M knows this. He's taking a position contrary. There he is, up there. It's too late, he can't get a shot at him direct. And now our Stuart Mills moving up to take on the 3002M. There's nobody spotting, and I think he can get him. And the Arty is now focusing on him as well. We've gone up the north side to use the cover. I think we're out of view range of the 3002M now, or we're in cover enough so that he can't see us. Now this means we get a chance to go after the enemy Arty and obviously to attack those tank destroyers in the rear. There's the 3002M up on top of the cliffs. Well, we might be able to get a shot on him. I wonder. Okay. No, we can't. Oh dear. Well, he's being pummeled by Arty now. It's his turn to suffer. Marion lost most of his hit points to the enemy Arty while he was pinned down in that position, but that Stuart Mill on their side made a huge error turning around and driving away, because Marion was able to spot that was happening and take advantage of it. All it needs to do is hold down your right hand mouse key and swivel around the vehicle, and it shows you if the enemy around the corner is moving. Okay, enemy, his own team is actually targeting. One of his Arties has just targeted that spot. I think they're asking him to be cautious. Can he get a shot on that BK? He's thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure he's thinking about it. Now, trouble is, once he breaches the crest, if the SPGs see him, then he will become visible to the BK3002M behind him. And he has been seen, so the 3002M will now know where he is and probably be able to spot him. So he's going to have to do something about that 3002M. Can he get a shot? No. Okay, but there's one of the enemy Arty, the GW Panther. Cromwell's going after him. The Hellcat's there. There's the Hummel. And they've killed the GW. They've killed the Hellcat. There's the Hummel. And he one-shots him. Go for the Nashorn next. And he kills him. Oh, this is really ending up very badly for the enemy. And he kills the M44. Or did he? No, he got the Nashorn, but he didn't get the M44. Just the BK3002 left. And we can't get shots on him from here. The Cromwell's going over to try and deal with him from behind. No, he's not going to be able to get a shot from here. Oh, we can see the outline. We can finally see the outline. There's a corner of his tank visible. It's a very difficult shot. Can we kill him? That's the counter. 58 seconds left. Oh, he got a hit. 252, high roll. Fires another one in. It misses. You can see that shell hole in the rear right side of his vehicle. Got another hit. 243. He's exposed more of his vehicle and he's gone. And that's a victory. Wow. That's a nice end to the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Marion Sigel in the Nashorn. He also managed to get a Judas badge for getting at least taking down 2 enemies who did damage to him during the battle. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He managed to get 5 in total. And a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. So let's have a look at team score. Well, when it came to damage, the highest damage was done by Marion Sigel. He managed to get 2,338 hit points in total, but unfortunately it wasn't a high caliber, so unfortunately no medal there. The M44 managed 1,711 and the Cromwell 1,355. When it came to kills again, Marion Sigel got the highest amount, 5, and the Cromwell 4, and then we've got the VK3001P with 2. When it came to base XP, it was the Cromwell who did well, 1,228, then came the M44, and then came the Nashorn with 1,021. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 24 shots, he got 14 direct hits, 14 penetrations, power of that 88mm gun, did damage of 2,338 hit points, of which 1,574 were at more than 300 meters across the valley. He received 2 hits during the battle. One was a penetration, one was a non-penetration into the tracks. I think that was from the Stew Mill. He also received 7 hits as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty, so it must have been sweet to take some of them out. And when he shot into the turret of his teammate, he actually did 244 hit points of damage. But I think that tank was deliberately trying to get in the way of Marion Sigel, and so I think it was his frustration that he shot into the turret rather than an accident. Anyway, he spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did damage assistance of 754 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 29,495 credits. He got a fine for 1,316 for damaging his teammate, and after repair and ammunition resupply, still took away 18,269 credits. He received 1,021 XP, -1 for causing damage, ×2 for the first victory of the day, got a personal reserves bonus of 510, and took away 2,548 experience points altogether. So a pretty good demonstration of how the Nashorn can perform. It is very vulnerable. It's kind of paper thin armor, I'm afraid. That armor is only really built to stop small arms fire. It's not meant to stop tank shells. So anything that hits you is more than likely going to go through. It's as vulnerable as the Death Toaster, the Panzer Selbstfahrleferte VSA, which is its predecessor on the tech tree. So you have to play it as a glass unicorn, so to speak, but it does have a very good gun, and that gun can do a lot of damage in the right hands. And so if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.